All right, guys, we have an Addison. I think this is a 5-ton unit. It's supposed to be doing maintenance on it, but the air handler and all in here, we have an alarm, C1 fault. So I believe this unit has also done this before. But yeah, this is 100% outside air. Draws in air from right there into the air handler. And yeah, I'm not too keen on these units, and I'm kind of always just feel my way through them whenever I'm doing them, but we'll see what the heck this thing's doing. It's a little cooler this morning. It's in the lower 50s, and I believe it is warm in here. So I believe the electric heat probably is working. Yeah, there is some heat coming out. So at least we do have electric heat. We just don't have outdoor unit. And this outdoor unit runs a lot weirder than you're probably used to, because it's got an unloader on the compressor. So it's constantly running, but it sounds like it's constantly unloading. So when I get it running here, you guys will see. Let's see, compressor 1 fault. All right. We're gonna try to reset this, see if we know how. Thought I seen a reset somewhere on here. Previous. Here we go, reset alarms. Okay, so my password here, this might, if you guys are working on one of these, it might be different, but my password is 7050. And we are going to reset. All right, yeah, look, occupied aux heat, so we are at least running an aux heat. And what this thing tries to do is, it doesn't operate off a set point. It operates off of an air temperature. So it's steadily trying to maintain a certain air temperature. Sounds like our outdoor unit just came on. Yeah. Like I said, I just came here to do maintenance today, so they usually don't start out wide open like this. But maybe where it's running in heat mode it is. I'm used to looking at this thing in air conditioning mode, and it usually starts off at a lot lower speed than that. Hello, squirrel. So we're still running an aux heat also. Go down here. Yeah, it's got reheat also. And this is just a bathroom. This thing is way over engineered to be just a bathroom. So, all right, let's go to heating. Okay, so our supply air temperature is 76. Our outdoor temp is, see, this is saying our zone air is 81 degrees. That doesn't even sound right. Somebody has set the supply air temp at 85 degrees. That's not right. That's not right at all. All right, guys, we got this belt here, and it's right floppy. So we want to try to tighten that belt up. So what we do is, we loosen these bolts up here, which I've already done. There's 4, one in each corner of the bracket of the motor. And then you got this bolt here on the end. And with the belt already on, we're just gonna go ahead and tighten that bolt up, and we'll tighten the belt up. Yeah, I'm pretty much got this as tight as it'll go, and it's still not great. So we're gonna have to get new belts for this. I carry a few belts on my truck, but not this size. It's a AX41. So I'm gonna have to come back with one. Yeah, AX41. It's okay though, because this is on my way home usually, so it's all right. Whenever you got a unit that pulls 100% outside air, you're gonna have a grill going outside, so you can see over the summer a lot of nastiness is built up in here, so we want to make sure we clean all that out. So we're gonna take a broom and just make sure we've got all this clean, make sure this is good and breathing properly. This is not my broom. I found this half of a broom in the maintenance closet here. If this doesn't work, I'll get the broom out of my truck. Because yeah, it looks like I could probably clean this a little bit. Oh yeah, there's all kinds of shit in there. Yep, gonna have to get a better broom than this. Well, that's a lot better. Not perfect, but it's better than what it was. Make sure that's clean, because that is its only form of return there. So you want to make sure that's good and clean. This motor is locked up tight. I can't even spin it. I can't even break it free. She is locked up tight. Holy crap. I got her loosened up enough to get it out of there. And man, she is hot. Let's see here. 1 horsepower, 1075. Yeah, I'm not gonna have anything close to this on my truck. Damn. What you doing with all them nuts? All right, guys, so we clearly got to go back with a new motor for that one. She locked right up. I mean, she locked up hard. And it was pretty hot, too. I was like, holy crap, what the hell happened here? So we'll get a motor for that one. Got the part number from Addison, called Addison, got the right part number, got the vendor, because we don't have very many Addison units around here. So got to go back with that motor. So guys, real quick, I wanted to show you this. The combustible gas leak detector, the PT199 by Top Test. They sent me 2 of them. This is what it looks like here. I was going to do a whole video on this, but I figured now we'll just throw it into this one. We're going to long press this button here. It's going to go through a warm up, I don't know, 20, 30 seconds or so. Yeah, it's about 30 seconds. So it's got 2 sensitivities. If the S light is lit up, that is high sensitivity. If you press it again, that's low sensitivity. So yeah, you basically just put your end here near where you want to test, and if it goes off, you got a leak. I got a couple things I'm going to test here, and I'll show you. I used it a little bit in that gas valve video I did the other day, but yeah, pretty cool thing. One short press will turn it back off. So let's test it out. All right, we got the detector right here. I got my turbo torch. Let's just hit it. Yeah, it picked it up pretty quick. Yeah. Said red means really bad. You're pinpointing it. You're right on it when it's red. Green means it's close. See? Coming from back here, it's definitely smelling something. You got red, you're right on it. All right, looking good. Works pretty good. So yeah, guys, neat little pocket combustible gas leak detector. Good for just throwing in the tool bag, and you know, checking something after you put a fitting on, or if you smell a little bit of a gas leak, you can try to find it and pinpoint it. There's directions in here on how to use the pinpoint mode and stuff like that on it. It really only has those two settings though, so but there is instructions on how to use it. So it's always good to go over that. But all right, guys, if you want to win this, just comment below, and I'll do a random comment picker on all the comments that are below. I'm not going to, if you ask me any questions on this one, I'm not going to comment until tomorrow. So that way my comment is not in there and I don't have to try to take that one out. So if you want this, just comment below, comment anything below, and I will do a random comment picker tomorrow. And if you win, I'll send it out to you. All right, guys, cool. All right, you got a Carrier Infinity. 3 and 2, so that's 32. Draft inducer just tried to come on. That doesn't sound good. The low heat pressure switch did not close or reopen. That would make sense considering the sound of this draft inducer. And it like stopped right away. That is not going to be cheap. Shit. Okay, well, aside from the fact of this thing raising hell, this goes right to our combustion chamber or our heat exchanger. So I pulled that off there. We're going to hook our manometer up to this and see if it actually is pulling anything at all. And we'll go from there. And it's running now, see, it's not doing anything, so that's probably, the wheel's probably broken off right at the motor. That is a bummer. This is a major bummer because I just put a heat exchanger in this unit like 2 years ago or so. So I hate to see the guy put more money into this thing. Yeah, I believe it was like two winters ago. So this will be the third winter with the new heat exchanger. Damn. Just leaving out of there now. I don't have hardly any cell service out here, so I was able to send an email to Carrier to see if they had that in stock, but they haven't got back with me. Get out here to civilization a little bit more, but just feel bad for the guy, man. And now he just got diagnosed with bladder cancer, he told me. So I mean, he's been a good customer of ours. We sold him a new Infinity system for his upstairs a couple years ago, and then I mean, he decided just to do the heat exchanger on the downstairs one 3 years ago, which I can't really blame him. The heat exchanger was under warranty, but since then I've already put an igniter in it, and then and now it's going to be a draft inducer. He said he doesn't care what it costs, but you just feel bad for the guy. He said he just got diagnosed with bladder cancer a month ago. It's a shame, man, but he said he's going to beat it. I guess they're going to do chemo and then take his bladder out, and then he'll have to have like a bag or something. But I guess it's better than dying. So we'll try to take care of him, do the best we can for him. You know. All right, we have 4 Carrier Geos here, and they serve 4 Bryant air handlers. So this one apparently has a leak. And these 2 here, the homeowner says he's been having to add water to. So I'll be first to tell you, I do not work on a whole lot of geo loops. I can work on the refrigeration, but he says he's been having to add water to it, and I assume this is the way he's been adding water with this device here, which is the needle will go in one of the loops and he turns it on and pressurizes it. So seems like he has a pretty good handle on that. But he wants me to start off by looking and see if I can locate the leak on this one here. So this one just goes to right here. So that's easy enough. So that's what we're gonna start off by doing. We're gonna do a leak search on this bad boy. All right, well, for starters, that's missing its cap and it looks like there's oil there. You see all this on this hot gas line. All that is subject to leak because there's a lot of vibration that comes off this line here. And a lot of this doesn't stand a chance. Look at all this oil. You know, all that's oil. I've seen these crack. I've seen them leak up here. I've seen them leak out of the stems. Yeah, hot gas lines. Horrible place to put anything, but I know sometimes they don't have a choice. So, all right, let's break out the leak detector. Yeah. All this is certainly leaking. Let's see if this is leaking. Not as bad, but I think it's mostly this right here. Yeah. It's pretty bad, actually. We know this high pressure cutout switch is what's leaking. Pretty sure it's a high pressure cutout. It pretty much would have to be. Now, my only question is this R22 or 410A? Oh, it says Puron right on it, so. All right, let's hit it with the leak soap. Let that sit on there a minute and see if we can find anything. Yep. You see it? She's a bubbling. All right, well, we know at least that's leaking. Wonder if there's a Schrader cap or a valve core behind this. That's the million-dollar question. I'm also gonna hit that coil up there just to make sure nothing's leaking there. Hate to do all this work to this thing just to find out it's got a coil leak. All right, got the coil opened up here. It honestly doesn't look too shabby. How old is this? It's from 2006. Actually doesn't look that bad for 2006. Go over it with the leak detector. I'm not finding anything in this coil. All right, I pulled the high pressure cutout switch off, and this one here doesn't even have one. Oh, you know what? Oh, no. Where the hell is the high pressure cutout switch on these other ones? Is that top one? See, somebody's done something crazy here. This one is not set up the way this one is. Something's definitely weird here. What have they got going on here? All right, I see what they've done here. So they're using this switch here as a cycling switch for their hot water rejection. So they're using the rejection heat from this to heat their hot water, and this pump is the way it circulates it. So it won't come on unless the pressure, this pressure switch has enough pressure to do so. That is a weird way to do it. I'm actually really confused by this, why they would do that. All right, guys, this, the more I look at this, the more confused I get. So I traced all these wires out. So this is the original high pressure switch. So this black wire comes out of here. It goes through all this mess here, and then it goes to this thermostat here. Okay, it comes out of that. So we've left our pressure switch on the black wire. We've went to this thermostat. We come out of this thermostat and then go into this red wire. Here, this wire nut, red wire. Red wire comes out, goes to another thermostat, which is right here, and then comes out of that thermostat. We come through here. Oh, that's this wire. And then we go back to the pump. So at no point in this loop do we have power. It just connects this thermostat to the pump to this switch. We have no power supply. All that is just looped together. I don't see how this pump is powered. And I can't make a reference off that one over there because that one's not hooked up. I guess I could see where that yellow wire did originally go. Okay, so the yellow wire never went anywhere. This red wire did go to that thermostat down there. The red wire, yep, that was probably factory wired that way. And the other black wire also goes nowhere. So, yeah. I'm thinking this black wire and yellow wire are supposed to wire to that board some kind of way. They just aren't. And I have no idea why somebody wired them to that pressure switch up there and then put a secondary pressure switch in. Makes no sense to me at all. And these two here, I don't believe have the pump. No, they don't. They don't. There's no caps on either one of these refrigeration lines. So I'm thinking this hot water recirc does not work anymore. And somebody just plugged the wires in wherever they found fit. Because it doesn't make any sense whatsoever. But I've made an attempt to repair this, and I think I might have actually got it to stop leaking. So we're gonna have to come up with a whole bag full of caps for this job, but we're gonna double check, make sure we got everything to stop leaking here. I think I did, but we're gonna double check it. All right, we do have still a little bit of leakage here. Not as bad as it was though. Nowhere near as bad as it was. You guys, if you ever have one of these filter doors here, like that, for the longest time, I was convinced these were just pieces of crap and they never stayed on right. Could never get them to snap in. Ended up taping some. Then I realized these have little hooks on them. See that hook there? That hook down there? Yeah. They hook in to the actual filter cabinet. Then they snap into those little rollers. Like so. You see, they snap into those little grooves there. Then they snap shut. I spent an embarrassingly long part of my career thinking these were just pieces of junk. Alright guys, yeah, just left that call there. I'm going to go back and I'm going to replace that T and that high pressure cutout switch. Just don't trust it. I did get it almost to stop leaking, but I still had a little tiny bit show up on the Stratus. So we're just going to replace that. And going to go back with all new brass caps also. Wherever there's a cap missing, I'm going to replace it and get that done. She also has a thermostat she wants me to replace also, so we'll go back and do all that. But yeah, that's a weird amount of geos there. He said he's got 2 separate wells, 4 geo systems total. 1 well for the downstairs, 1 well for the upstairs, or loop. It's not really a well, it's a loop. So and yeah, he said he keeps on having to, every half year or so, he's got to add water to his upstairs loop. So usually when it's something like that, we usually refer them to a well drilling company. There's a company around here that's all they do is geo wells. And we have a pretty good relationship with them. So we usually just refer them to them because I'm not a geo specialist. Of course, I know how to work on the air conditioning portion of it, and I'm used to working on water cooled stuff. But as far as the geo well goes, I just don't have much experience with it. So I usually refer that to a well drilling company, the guys who actually deal with that every day. So, but all right, guys, that's going to be it for this one. A little bit of kind of everything all over the place today, but hopefully you guys can follow along. But all right, guys, hit the thumbs up and subscribe if you're new here, and comment below for a chance to win that little pocket combustible gas leak detector. All right, guys, catch you on the next one.